Hey there, this is Swarnalata Patel. Today we will discuss about object-oriented programming in Python. So object-oriented programming is a very popular programming paradigm in any enterprise application. Generally, the object-oriented programming is followed. So this revolves around the class and objects. We'll come to what is a class and what is an object. The object oriented programming helps in developing reusable and modular components. It mirrors the real world entities and their interaction. So, if you see class, the definition wise, the class serves as a blueprint or template for creating objects. They define the attributes, data, you can think of variable, and methods or functions that objects of that class will possess. So, this is a class. Objects are individual instances of a class. They are created from the class blueprint and hold their own specific data for the attributes defined in the class. The attributes are like variables, they are associated with a class or an object, representing the characteristics or data of that entity. The methods, these are again the functions defined within a class that perform actions or operations on the object's data. Now we'll take the examples so that it will be clear. Let me create one class and let's say fruit. And it is not mandatory, but it's always a good practice to have the capital letter for the class name. Now let's say this class fruit is having init. This is a function. This is basically a constructor. How we can while creating we can use that. So let's say this fruit is having id, name, and color. The self, the self is not a keyword, but it is it helps to use the attributes or the methods of that class. It is a conventional name you can think of. Now let's say that id, so I'll do self dot id equal to id. Again you can give any name, but it is the best practice to keep it same. Now self dot name equal to name and self dot color equal to color. Now let's create an object of this class fruit. Let's say there is a fruit, apple. And this apple, let's say the id is 1, name is apple, and color is red. Similarly, let's create one banana, another fruit. Let's say 2, and then banana and yellow. Now, apple and banana, these are two objects of the fruit class. Let's try to print. So let's try to print apple dot name, and let's do the same thing for banana. Let's save it and let's try to run. You can see that we can see apple and banana as we have done the name. Similarly, we can also do the id and then color also. So in this example, you see the fruit is a class. So this class is having, these are the variables, id, name and color. Now let's come to functions. So like variables, we can define the functions. So let's say def display fruit details. Now we'll do the print. We'll say the fruit id is self.id, and name is name. I have to give self.name, and another one is color, and color is color. It's already there. Now let's save it, and then let's call this function displays fruit detail. So apple is our object, apple dot displayed fruit detail. Similarly for the banana, save it and run it. You can see here the first print screen like apple dot name apple, then banana dot name banana, then fruit id is, so this function is being called. Now fruit detail, this is the id, this is the name, and this is the color. So similarly for banana and apple we can see. So this is the way we can define the class, create the object, and then call this function. Thank you.